This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good evening, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the POSTCAST, brought by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I'm Tim Daniel, lifelong Reds fan, on my second season here covering the Reds at Locked On, and I want to thank you for spending some time with me as we discuss the Reds' 4-2 loss to the New York Mets. Tonight, Billy Devore from the New Nasty Boys will be joining me, and we're going to discuss a whole lot about this game, including, was Zach Maxwell the only choice there or just the right choice? Blake Dunn giving the Reds a huge day at the opening at the leadoff position. Yes, I know he struck out the last out, and they left 17 guys on base in a game they lost by 2 runs. All that and a whole lot more. Let's go ahead and get started, and let's bring Billy in.
Since hindsight is always 20/20, let's deliver today's second guess.
Welcome to the show. As always, my really good friend and yours as well, Billy Devore of the New Nasty Boys. The second best Reds podcast out there.
Yeah. We've staked our claim on the nastiest Reds podcast out there for sure.
Yes. All right, Billy. So the Reds are down 3-2. They're battling. It's a heck of a fight. It's a good game. And then they bring in Zach Maxwell. And when we were talking about this pregame, pre-show, you said, well, who else were they going to use? Because everyone else has been using the series. And you're not wrong. But after how he threw last night, he didn't throw a ton of pitches. Why not go Tony Santillan there?
Because Santillan's got a homer issue, and then it's a sink or swim situation for Maxwell, where it's like, hey, man, you brought him up here. He's the freshest of the bunch. Let him rip. Let Big Sugar be a little sprinkled on, and like, he's had control issues, so you know what you're getting into with him. He looked rough, like he looked like he still is not a polished product, but use him if you got him. I think that was the best call.
Yeah, okay, and that's fair. I mean, I'm not saying like it's something where I'm like anti him. I understand the reasoning. I just thought that maybe I'd take a chance knowing who, like, using Tony Santillan there, coming off of maybe he's starting to feel a little better after how he pitched in last night's game. Maybe, and Terry Francona is not exactly one to shy away from using guys 2 days in a row by any stretch of the matter.
No.
So I kind of was like, is this the right guy here? Or even Graham. I think Graham probably makes some sense there because Graham's kind of like Graham's kind of become the guy who's like, get them 3 most important outs from the bullpen.
Yeah, but he's also not going to deploy those bullets unless he has the lead. And I think we've seen that with him, where he won't hesitate to go be bullpen when it's tied or if they're losing. He doesn't want to maintain. He wants to make sure his best arms are available if he gets ahead. And I don't blame him for it. I think we would both do the same thing.
Yeah. So that's the thing I just want to kind of get to. And like you mentioned, like Zach Maxwell obviously has, I know you're a big fan of Big Sugar. You actually are the only person I think in the universe that owns an authentic Zach Maxwell jersey.
Yeah, and it's Zach his Maxwell number if he would have been called up in 2024. So Trent Rosecrans asked him if he's ever worn that number. He said, I have never worn or seen that number in my life. So I think I'm the president of the Big Sugar fan club.
You have to be
because of that.
Yeah. I think you at least got a good fan club to be the president.
A big one.
Yeah. I was the Nick Senzel guy. And so that obviously I'm gonna have to take my jersey I regrettably purchased down to the Lexington Legends to get signed.
Yeah. Hey, when you were on the Nick Senzel train, did you get a little wobbly? Did you get dizzy on there?
Oh yes. Went off the tracks many of times.
That's a Vertigo joke for my folks who know. For my folks who truly know ball.
Yes. So yeah, I just thought we would kind of touch on that real quick. But let's get to a couple of things pitching wise before we go through the rest of the game. First things first. I thought Andrew Abbott had another really nice outing. I know he gives up 2 solo shots, but you can live with that because one of them is Juan Soto.
Dude, that adjustment he made mid-swing to bring his knee down and then drop the shoulder. I was just like, you just got beat, dude. And it was a great pitch. It was right on the corner. The curveball dropped right in, and Juan Soto's like, this is why I make $800 and some million.
Yeah, he's It's one of those things where like those two guys are playing at such a high level, and Abbott's been so good of late, and Juan Soto's Juan Soto that you're like, whatever the result is here, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's going to be a great battle. And then the second homer was that sweeper outside, and he just went back to that pitch too many times.
Yeah.
I even put it on Fanarchy where I was like, look for him to go to the top of the zone after attacking the bottom of the zone the second time through. And that's exactly what he did to get out of the jam, was just like, all right, I have established that I am taking command of the bottom of the zone. I got burned. Now I can work up and fool people with my velocity that isn't actually there. It's just a eye level thing. And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah. By the way, I want to make mention, you mentioned Fanarchy. So if you're an iPhone user, check out Fanarchy. It's really fun. I'm not paid to promote them, but it's a really fun app where you can go out there and like, it's like strictly a baseball fan app. You can go in there and talk Reds baseball with Billy and I. We're in there.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's fun and it's free.
It's great. And it's like Twitter minus everything else. So you just get on and it's just your team and it's just baseball. Like it's excellent. I cannot wait for it to take off because I think it's such a great idea.
Yeah, it's a really fun app. So check it out. Fanarchy. It's free. Back to the game real quick. Caleb Ferguson finally pitched for the Reds. I don't know if you knew that he was on the team.
I had heard rumblings that there was this guy that we were going to call up from Louisville, some gnarly left-hander with a really nice slider, but I didn't know he existed, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we've heard his name. We just didn't know he existed.
Yeah.
It's like Voldemort, like.
Yeah. You say his name 3 times and he throws a sweeper.
Yeah. Oh man. So I just but got the one out, like got a huge out. I mean, that was really needed.
He looked good, man, and he looked as advertised. I mean, he's a 2-pitch guy, but it doesn't matter if you can just continue to throw that sweeper, and it looked good. That inside fastball too. I mean, man, he's going to be such a great weapon for Tito to deploy. And now you have three lefties in the bullpen when last year we had one who could throw a baseball.
Yeah, it's really nice to see. So it was great to finally see him make his debut. And of course, it's another thing where it's like, hey, welcome to the Reds. You're facing Juan Soto as runners in scoring position. Like,
yeah, have fun, dude. This guy makes his overall earnings are more than the GDP of like Guadalajara.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, let's move on real quick. I want to talk about Blake Dunn because I feel like he earns the right to be our locked on player of the game.
I agree.
Whoa, hold on.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
All right, so Blake Dunn today. I know he struck out on a very ugly pitch to end the game from Devin Williams, but overall, I think today the 3 hits are obviously huge. The bunt single is great, but going back to that Caleb Ferguson at bat against Juan Soto, how much ground did he cover to catch that ball in foul territory? That was amazing.
Dude, how much? Like, okay, you didn't call. I didn't call. I was like, Blake Dunn could be better. He could live up to his potential. Like, he could slap it around, and there's the speed. But who would have thought the power would show up and just the overall contact skills getting to where they are now? I didn't expect it. I hoped it would happen, but now we're here. It's insane, dude. I'm so happy that it's worked out for him.
Dave said, Jim Day for player of the game for snubbing that Skyline egg roll.
No one should ever say Cincinnati chili and stomaching together. That looked so good. You know what? I'm going to make them. I think they're probably great. The only thing, like, sorry for so off topic, but Northside Yacht Club does the deep fried cheese coney every year.
Yeah.
In February, right? When your oil is fresh, it is so good. But if you're going like, if the oil isn't fresh and it's towards like the end of the day with it, dude, it truly is a burnt pile and like not great. So maybe if Jim got there early, I bet that wrapper would have been banging. But since he was like, was it like 4th inning? I think he had it. Yeah. It's probably not that great. Those fryers are moving.
Yeah, it's like when you get the Cholito from Skyline and you forgot it was in the fridge. And then you're like the next day, you're like, oh, great. And you're like, oh no. Dude, Jake was on the IL for the pod this week because he got food poisoning from a Cholito that was sitting out after a wedding after party. I understand. Yeah. But yeah, thought Blake Dunn, like
Blake,
you said, he's been really solid. And then just like that, the catch was kind of the icing on the cake there.
Oh.
Because the rest of the offense. It's been mentioned in the chat a couple times. Your thoughts on Sal Stewart's aggressiveness with ABS?
I get it, dude. When you have one, like you have one left, you've already won one in that AB. You can't take them with you. So I get it when you've got one out and it's the top of the 8th. Go for it. I trust him over Dane Myers, who Myers has clearly been given the stop sign. Because like he was like, there's been a couple times where he's tilted his head like a dog who just got caught doing something wrong and lifted it up like, and it's like, you're not allowed anymore. Bad day.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And then Tyler Stevenson lost one tonight.
That's his first time.
Yeah, is that allowed?
No, I think they should rewrite the rules. Whenever he's wearing the Tito Speedo, he gets all the ABSs. He gets all the taps.
Yeah. I think my favorite thing that's been brought up a lot of late is like if we had ABS in the Joey Votto era. If like the umpires would have been like, actually, you're right. I'm sorry.
My bad. I apologize. That podcast with him and Jason Stark that they dropped on Saturday.
I need to listen to it still. Yeah.
It's great, dude. Talking about him just going to sushi school, going to sushi college in Japan because he wanted to. Like, and then talked about the ABS. And the big thing that he said about ABS was like, I don't want to think about it because I didn't have it, and the zone would have been different because like, you get your up and comings when you're making it through the league where certain players have certain zones and they expand because of, they're vets and the umps are like, dude, I trust him. He's a 13-year vet. He knows the zone, so if he looked at it, I'm going to look at it.
Yeah.
So it's great. Everyone should listen to it.
Yeah. I'm going to check it out for sure. But we got to go to break. And when we come back, we're going to dive into the thing that really drove everyone a little crazy this week. And that is, how do you leave 17 guys on base in one baseball game? But first, this episode is brought to you by Rougiette. The NHL playoffs are here where every shift matters, every moment is intense, and the pressure is at its highest. And just like performance matters on the ice, it matters off the ice too. That's where Rougiette comes in. Rougiette offers treatments designed to help you get ready and stay ready when it matters. Their top option, Rougiette Ready, combines clinically proven ingredients in a simple mint that dissolves under your tongue. It works fast, often in about 15 minutes, and can last up to 36 hours. And they also offer Go Long, designed to help with both performance and control. It's all about confidence and feeling like yourself again. Head to Rougiette.com/LockedOnNHL and get 15% off your ED treatment. That's RUGIET.com/LockedOnNHL for 15% off. Rougiette, performance medicine for men. All right, I want to go ahead and give a quick shout out to our everydayers here on the Reds Postcast. Thank you so much for spending some time with Billy and I as we 4-2 loss tonight to the New York Mets. And as always, shout out the Everydayer Club as well for $5 a month or $50 a year. We have 7-day trials that we're giving out right now that you can check it out. Get access to your favorite Locked On shows at free, like as me here and also on Locked On Cavs. We also have the Discord chat as well. And don't ask me any questions about the Cleveland Cavaliers till October. I don't want to talk about it. All right, Billy. And also don't forget to check out Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds as well. And obviously, this is the biggest story of the game.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Not one, not three, but 17 guys left on base. And Devin Williams, who, yes, I know Devin Williams has killed the Reds forever. There's like just no beating Devin Williams. Devin Williams was asking the Reds to beat him tonight. He was like, guys, please, I just need to figure out how you guys can finally beat me. And he was like, I'll walk the bases loaded and you're going to have an out. You're only going to have one out. Beat me. For the love of God, beat me. Everyone else has done it this year. It's your turn. And yeah, Dane Myers and strike out.
Dude, the thing with tonight was the people who got on were patient and walked. I mean, Gino with 2 walks, Nate Lowe with 2 walks, Blade with a walk, Sal with
incredible.
Huh?
That PJ Higgins at bat was incredible. That was a great at bat.
So good. And he went patient, dude. And if you know, like, it wasn't just Devin. It was like everyone who pitched for the Mets. If you were just patient, you could get on base. But then it's just like their eyes became like glazed over and the big hard eyes, like in a Looney Tune where they saw a big old cut of ham, because they just got so aggressive.
Yeah.
I mean, what was that with JJ? There was runners on first and second, and it was first swing. It was like first pitch swing. And it was like, come on, what do we, they just got too aggressive after being patient. And it was like, man, if you guys waited just like everybody else who was there, we can just keep this thing moving.
Yeah. And look, we're talking about a game that we're going to be like, man, the Reds missed an opportunity. And they did.
Yeah.
But also, it's important to note they did do their job in Queens this week. Yeah. They did go win 2 out of 3. And they beat a team twice that they are significantly better than. So, like, yeah. It's a disappointing performance tonight. I wanted to sweep, but I'm not mad overall. Like,
yeah, and I think we took down the 1% tonight. Think about that. 300, their payroll's 336 million or 386 million. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Too much.
But they're second, and we are 20th. And we went to their house and took 2 out of 3. Sweeping's hard, no matter how good or bad the team is. They were in it until the last pitch. And like, that's honestly all you can ask for in May.
Yeah, and I was like cracking up at there was a play the RBI single from Nathaniel Lowe. Bo Bichette misses it, and Cowboy on the broadcast goes like, "Yeah, no, it was John." John goes, "He was moving a little slow there," and Cowboy goes, "Yeah, he doesn't move like he did in a Toronto Blue Jays uniform."
He sure doesn't, dude. And for anyone who's upset that Ellie missed that one later in the game, I think it all balances out where he makes that spectacular Ellie only can do catch it short, and then flip that and go, look at how much Bo Bichette's getting paid to be this bad at shortstop.
Right. Yeah.
We're pretty lucky.
Yeah, we are, man. I totally agree. And just like having a guy like that who, like, I can live with Ellie having 13, 14 errors in a season. Like, it does not bother me.
No,
it's like, but as long as he's doing, especially with the way he's hitting this year, I know he's not hit so well the last 7 games. I'm not worried about him.
No, he'll make the adjustment. They've just found out what he's doing. He'll make the adjustment, and he'll be fine. Like, he's going to get back on track. You know, we saw it with Sal. I mean, you see it with all these dudes, and you saw it with Nathaniel Lowe. Like, what was it? Not last Sunday, Sunday before. He went 2 for 4, and I was like, oh, he's back.
Yeah.
And he's been hot.
Yeah, it's been, I mean, you know, they're ending May extremely better than they started May. And I think that's all you can ask for after losing 8 straight. I'm just mad the Cubs finally ended their losing streak tonight. That's the only part.
Know.
Yeah, that's the only bummer about it.
And you have a pretty big you have reinforcements on the way to help re-solidify the starting pitching. Like, this is all good. Signs are pointing up.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're going to go ahead and wrap it up there, guys, as we discuss the Reds losing tonight to the New York Mets by a final of 4-2. My iPad died on me today, so I am pulling up my phone to get the box score now.
Whoa.
For my typical thing I stole from Yid. The Mets have 4 runs on 7 hits and an error. The Reds have 2 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors. Jonah Tong gets his first win of the year. He is now obviously 1-0. Andrew Abbott is now 4-3 with the loss, and Devin Williams gets his 8th save of the year. And oh boy, do we have quite the series coming to GABP this weekend as the super hot Atlanta Braves come to town. And the series starts on Friday, and Chris Paddock is getting the start for the Reds. The TBD, according to him, will be out for the Braves. But before we get out of here, I just want to make sure I make mention of one thing. I text Billy this earlier. Friday night against the Atlanta Braves, the Black City Connect jerseys, is history going to repeat itself? Maybe the greatest single game ever played at Great American Ballpark.
I'll tell you what, I have to get into a car and drive out to Chicago, because when that happened, I was at a music festival and I had my phone down like this and I'm streaming and watching, and I'm like, that's a single. No, wait, that's a homer. Oh my God. And then I was like, he's about to do it. And I was like, guys, and we all just huddled around while Steve Lacy's on stage and we're watching Ellie hit for the cycle. Like, so I gotta get in the car. I gotta drive to Chicago on Friday and stand in the middle of a field in a park and just watch it on my phone so that Ellie does it again.
Yeah, absolutely. But yes, be sure to check out Billy and crew over at the New Nasty Boys. A lot of fun, a great show. Just if you need some like a good laugh while you talk about the Reds, they're the place to be. And yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out with Billy and I tonight. I definitely appreciate it. Go Red Legs. I will see you all Friday night.
Go Red Legs.